So, yeah, I cannot escape traffic. Kimberly, I cannot escape it, okay? So, I was in New York recently, and my hotel was in Midtown. The airport was in Queens, JFK,
Mhm.
and it was about 14 miles. So, I get in the Uber thinking I have more than enough time, okay? 2 hours before flight. The GPS said an hour and 6 minutes. So, I'm in the car, backseat, chirping away on the phone. And I realized we haven't gone far. So I put, wherever we were to airport, and it was like 52 minutes. So I say, sir, the Uber driver, are we really 52 minutes out? He said, yeah. The traffic keeps building as you get closer to JFK. And he's like, well, what time is your flight? And I said, 5. It was 4 o'clock at that moment. 52 minutes left to go. Right? I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, can you drop me off at the air train? The air train is faster than the highway. He's like, but we're too far out. So this man gets off the highway and takes the roads, which is just as congested. He's in the bus lane. He's merging in and out. He's beeping. He's flashing lights. He gets me to the airport at 4:38 for a 5 o'clock flight. Okay, 4:38. So I hop out the car, and I'm on Delta. I'm a Delta One member. For this flight, Delta One is like a football field, right? Okay, so you got to run all the way through the lounge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have their own TSA. So I get to the TSA lady, and she's like, "I can't let you through." It's like 4:44 now, and I'm like, "Why not?" So my name is Shontay. On my ID, it says Shanta. On my boarding pass, it's Shontay. She's like, your name is not right. I'm like, ma'am, please don't do this today. Please don't do this today. And she's like, I'm not letting you through. I'm going to have to call my manager. So her manager comes singing the same song. What's your full name? And I'm like, y'all see all these verifications. I got TSA. I got the pre-check. I got clear. And I even got, there's one more level to your verification. They're like, well, you need to go to your DMV. I'm like, just let me through, please. Anyway, I had to run a loop to get downstairs to the shops and the terminals. Sweating, hauling ass, okay? Sweating, hauling ass. You ever run so much that whenever you get to a destination, you gotta, like, you're dry heaving and throwing up spit?
Yes.
That's how I was when I get to the gate, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So a man is running behind me. So somebody else that was in that same crazy ass traffic.
Yes.
So I get to the gate, and the guy's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. The door is open. He's like, only if you give me your flats. Sir, you think I got time to be playing with you today? That's what I said. You think I got time to be playing with you today? So then a lady comes, and she's like, Miss Lundy? I'm like, yes. She was like, Delta One, we called the gate for you. Why didn't anybody tell me? So my question is, why did I have to run through JFK thinking I'm about to miss this flight? And the people knew I came through the Delta One, had called the gate to tell them, hey, Miss Lundy is on her way. I mean, I wouldn't have stopped to get food.
No.
I wouldn't have done that, but I wouldn't have ran.
Right. They were playing with you. But you made the flight. At the end of the day, you made the flight.
I did. It's because I travel too much.
Mm-hmm.
And that traffic was too crazy. It was worse than LA traffic. So my question is, do we think New York traffic is crazier than LA traffic?
I do. And driving in the city of New York, it's a whole other level because people are crazy. And it's one of the few cities where you still have a lot of cabs. And cab drivers are like no other in the city.
And then the Uber driver was like, oh, why are you here in New York? And, I got a business. I was on the show. What's the name of your business? Okay. Black Girl Sunscreen, right? Well, what do they do? Well, Kimberly, what's going on at Black Girl Sunscreen?
Okay. I'm super excited. We had a baby.
Oh, who did?
Yes, we all did. We all gave birth to this baby.
A new addition to the family?
Yes.
Okay.
BGS baby.
Is it a boy or girl?
Well, it's blue and yellow.
Okay.
So it could be, let's just say we gave birth
Gender neutral?
Gender neutral. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because this baby is for all babies. SPF 50 sunscreen. And we're really excited because now we're truly expanding the portfolio so we have something for everyone in the family.
I love
Mom, dad, kids, and now baby. And the most exciting thing about this product is 100% mineral, which is something that people have been asking us to do for a very, very long time. It's hypoallergenic, so it's really good for sensitive skin. Obviously, it's for baby. Infused with chamomile, things like oat, that's really going to be gentle on skin.
I just love the fact that Black Girl Sunscreen is expanding.
Yes.
Especially with just product innovation and thinking about it holistically for different skin types, because you might be wondering what's the difference between baby and kids,
Mm-hmm.
and what age should you apply baby versus kids. And Black Girl Sunscreen has just done a really nice job developing that and speaking to the different I would say age groups.
That's right.
In this case, right? Because the education comes from your youth, and that's why so many people of color didn't or don't wear sunscreen today, because it was never incorporated into their everyday life.
That's right.
So hats off to Black Girls Sunscreen, starting them
Yes.
off at a young age.
That's right.
So our next guest, I know she's using BGS Baby because she's a new mom.
She is a new mom.
But you know what? I'm not gonna steal her thunder. I'm gonna let her talk about her own experience in her life.
Okay.
So Kimberly, who do we have sitting next to us?
Yes. So our special guest today is a trailblazing professional golfer known for her incredible power and skill on the course. She gained fame for her impressive long drives, consistently reaching over 400 yards, making her one of the most formidable long drive competitors in the game. Not only is she a force in golf, but she's also a dynamic role model, inspiring young athletes and breaking barriers in a traditionally male-dominated sport. Join us as we dive into her journey, her dedication to the game, and what's next in her remarkable career. Please welcome to the show, new mom and powerhouse athlete, Troy Mullins.
Yeah, we'll give you that a round of applause. Welcome, Troy. I've been a fangirl, which I don't admit to many folks, and I don't actually fangirl. But I was stalking Troy on.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
Yes.
wasn't really stalking. It was
I know what you mean.
purposefully. But anyway, I'm really glad that you were able to make it.
Yes. Through the rain, 3 hours this morning came for this show. But no, it was funny. It's like every time we're trying to come here, there was a fire, there was something else.
That's right.
There was the rain today, and I was like, nothing's going to stop me from.
Troy, you know what? We try to. We give us grace, okay? But this time, if it didn't happen, we were gonna just throw our hands up.
No,
Because
no.
that meant the universe was telling us that it wasn't meant to happen.
Or it was supposed to happen at this time, at the right time.
I hear that. I love
Yeah.
that perspective. So, okay. Dun, dun, dun. Troy is a golfer. Troy, most of our community dominates the world of sports. Do you think that is a fact?
Yes.
Okay. To Kimberly's point,
yeah.
it's
It's the sports that
that
matter.
matter.
It's true. We do. I mean,
Okay, so what's it like? What's it like? What's it like in 3 words to be a Black woman in golf?
in 3 words.
Yes.
Exhilarating, yet isolating, and impactful.
So what drew you to the sport, and how long did it take you to achieve those 3 words?
I think I'm still working on some of them. I feel like I feel like that's kind of what drew me to the sport anyways, because I went to school, I went to Cornell, and I thought I was going
Hey
to be
now,
an
you're
ambassador.
my neighbor.
Wait, are you from New York?
I'm from New York, but I didn't go to Cornell. I went to a state school. I didn't go to an Ivy League school. So we're gonna slide that in there and give her flowers.
That's right.
Okay.
But I thought I was going to be an ambassador.
Of what?
So, of China.
Okay, I love it.
I know. It was just so left field. And so, yeah, growing up, I was obsessed with Chinese culture. I had Chinese family growing up, like family friends growing up. And so I was just like.
But was that from Cornell? Is that why you
So, yes, I went specifically
to
for
Cornell?
this program.
Okay.
And we spent our senior year in Beijing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was pretty fluent at the time. And I thought that was my path. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to law school. I'm going to do all these things. I come home. I'm an only child. My mom was like, you can't leave me again. And of course, being from LA, I was like, you know what, let me think about it. Like Cornell was a lot. Going to East Coast, I was like, I missed being home. So that summer, I kind of just went to the driving range to kind of just figure out what was next. Didn't think golf was in my future at all. I liked the sport, just knowing Tiger Woods and seeing Serena. And I was like, okay, let me just dabble with this. And yeah, so I just became obsessed. I thought I could become pro, and
just from going to the
the way, just I think because I was a track and field athlete,
okay,
and so taking that power and speed and figuring it out kind of on my own and with family friends, I thought I could become pro at this sport, and it's been a journey since, and realizing like. It's been interesting because I've always been like going to the range and practicing. I was always one woman. I was the only woman, or I was the only person of color, or I was only woman of color in a lot of those spaces. So it's been, like I said, isolating, trying to figure out how to maintain my confidence being there, because it was a lot of, without going into detail, there's just been a lot of like pushback with having me in those spaces. And I think because there's more of us now, like a lot of young women are coming out of college playing the sport. I think
there's a lot of groups too I'm seeing.
Yeah, which is really cool. There was none of that playing in the sport, and it was just really hard trying to find my way. And a lot of what I shared online was just kind of the journey, but I always shared, it's interesting when you're in a predominantly white male space trying to get sponsorship and recognition, you have to play that PC game. I can't be the full me in a space where you're trying to be accepted as one of, if that kind of makes sense.
Who would you be if you were fully accepted in that space? And who are you not?
I feel like like I said, it's funny how timing works, right? Like 2025, I feel like I found me again. I was somebody that like, I've always worn my hair big, and that was always part of me. I loved color. I loved wearing I'm athletic. So like if I wear a skirt, you see that I'm wearing a skirt.
They know.
And that was also something that I was shamed for in the sport. Like I had a lot of people would come up to me and say, your skirt is too short. And I'm like, I'm literally wearing a golf skirt. There's nothing I can do about how much body is in the same amount of fabric as somebody else. And so, no, but all of that shame, like just was like wearing on me personally. And I changed a couple things. Like I moved away from a certain job, and I kind of reclaimed the afro. I stopped trying to put my hair in a hat because that's what golf girls did. Like there was a lot that I feel like I went through. And so it feels really good when other women see and say like, oh, like you've had an impact on me and wanting to play golf. And in my head, I'm like still coming out of a shell, if that makes sense.
Of course it does.
Yeah. So, I mean, you talked about a lot of these obstacles. Like, how did you keep going? Like, how did you overcome these obstacles? How did you just day to day deal with some of the things that you just described, and not let it deter you from becoming the force that you became?
Golf is one of those sports that it's every day is a challenge. Learning it, and then once you're even a pro, every day is different, right? And so I think I was so obsessed with the journey and with my version of making it that, yeah, of course, like I'd go home, lick my wounds, even in the moment kind of feel a certain way about myself, or a certain way of like how I handled it, where I felt like I should have spoken up and I didn't. But my passion for the sport and just for myself, to prove to myself that I could do it, was just enough to make me keep going. And even now, like as this journey through motherhood, I struggle with the idea that like, am I taking time away from my child to play this sport that I've been God gifted, and how much work I know I have to put into it. But yeah, it's always come back to just knowing that like it's it just feels so good to overcome or to reach a goal. And that's always kind of been my focus.
Wow. That's funny because when we first met, it was on a Zoom call. You were pregnant, very pregnant.
Yeah.
We were doing this collaboration, right? Real Athletes for Sunscreen. And I remember you were in your workout gear. You were in your home gym. And I was like, okay, like you have a routine that you clearly stuck to throughout your pregnancy. So it didn't seem like you ever stopped training. Like you just kept going. Pregnancy was not going to be an obstacle for you. So I'm just curious, like, how did you keep going? Like, what was your routine through your pregnancy? And were there things that you had to stay away from, whether it was drinks or food? Like, how did you stay in this amazing shape even throughout your pregnancy?
I definitely gave up after month 7.
Okay.
Not gonna lie. No, I thought that pregnancy wasn't gonna stop me. I waited this long to have a baby, and I was like, okay, she's coming, and I'm just gonna, maintain my, I don't even know, my swing, basically.
Right.
Physique was gone.
Yeah.
It's once you kind of get into the habit as a golfer anyway, I'm up at 5. I'm like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
That was easy. But then once the sciatic nerve pain came in and I was just like, I couldn't see my feet anymore, I kind of let it go. But I just, again, I love the sport. And I, too, now as a mom, I realize that I really love being a mom. And right before I got pregnant, I had this situation at my job, which
not your golf job,
my
job,
broadcasting job.
Oh, okay.
Situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if I have a daughter, I would never tell her to stay in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And this was before I even knew I was pregnant. I said this in my head.
Okay.
And so I was trying to make this decision. A month later, they're like, okay, we need to know. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't get my period. I'm like, okay, sorry, that's obviously TMI. But I might be pregnant.
Yeah. So did you have to disclose that to them, or just in your mind you're thinking this?
In my mind, I was like, one, I don't want to disclose it.
Yeah.
But this is the time. So God's giving me this decision. Like, you said it. Here is your chance.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna go because I would never let her deal with what I've dealt with. And so a lot of like, while I was pregnant too, it was just like, I want to be that example for her. I want to tell her like all of the things that I tried to do even when it was difficult, because I think that matters. And if I know she's going to be an incredible athlete or whatever she wants to be, I want to be that for her.
That's amazing. I mean, I have a silly question to follow up with that. That was too deep. But why is golf so damn early?
Wait, what
like tea time? Like what? Why? Why we got to start at 6?
Well, okay, if you start at 6, like none of the nonsense golfers are out there, so you can just like go.
What's a nonsense golfer? Describe that.
Oh my gosh, there's so many types of nonsense golfers.
Tell us.
The ones that like show up in jeans when you're not supposed to, the ones that sneak the beer in when you're not, like, just the like. I play golf, but you literally just dusted your clubs off. Golfer.
Okay.
And those rounds take like 6 hours. So you go early. You can be done in 3, 4. And that's ideal.
I find that hysterical, right? Because that is like a conversation for like people that go to the gym, right? People are wearing like jeans, Crocs.
Yeah.
So are they like nonsense workouters?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. You're not serious. You're not committed. You're in the way.
But why isn't it like church? We accept you as is.
No. Well, they do, but just at a certain time. Like, like 6 a.m. mass, you see the people that are really praying. We want to be in and out at 45 minutes.
Okay.
This isn't 9 a.m. Easter where everybody comes.
There you go. That's it. Yes.
We accept
100%.
you, but at a certain time.
So at 6 a.m., are you wearing sunscreen?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
Well, it's part of my face routine anyway. And then, to be honest, as a golfer, it's tough to put it on in the middle. I'm not going to lie. In the middle of the round, because you don't want it on your hands. So
Okay.
you've got to do it early.
Okay.
But that's why it's actually funny. My favorite product is the kids one. It's
Okay.
the kids spray.
It's kid spray.
Because it's
Spray and play. Yeah.
Spray and play is the easiest to put on. It's the best spray that I've ever tried as a sunscreen.
Yay.
Yeah, honestly.
We love to hear
so
that.
great.
We love to hear that. I think I want to go into something a little fun.
Okay.
Because you gave us some gems.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. We're gonna play a game.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna play a
It's
game.
a lot
Go
of
ahead.
fun.
Okay.
It's called Yes or Nah.
Okay.
No. Okay.
So wait, we're gonna start this way, right? So
Yes.
you're gonna answer first. I'll answer second, and
Yes.
then
And
Kimberly
then I'll
will
finish it.
close it.
Okay. So, a debate with Stephen A. Smith about women in sports.
So you have to say yay or nah.
Yay.
You would.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say nah.
I'm going to say yay.
Yeah. Really?
His voice is loud and
Oh,
That's true.
that is true. The voice is loud and a
Yeah.
little much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm down for a good debate.
Okay.
Okay. Early morning tea as the sun is coming up.
Yay. Even if it's TEE or TEA, right?
Hey,
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Nah. That's the Ivy League though. Nah, because I don't get up early.
Okay, so
I'm the nonsense golfer.
I'm the yay. I'm the yes.
I might not
'cause
even come in
am
the right shoes.
Oh boy. I'm a
Okay, go
morning
ahead.
person, so I'm morning tea
Same.
time, morning gym, morning everything.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No, morning's at 10. Okay.
Okay. Serve as Tiger Woods' caddy.
Oh, that's a nay.
No.
That's a nah.
That's a nah.
Nah.
For me.
Yeah, that's a nah for me.
Nah.
Love him, but no.
Yeah.
Not as a caddy.
Okay, I have one more with Tiger. Tiger as your coach, where you must do everything he says. As a golfer. As a golfer.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Because he's your coach.
Yay. Yay. Yay.
I mean, sure.
You have to say yay because you're in the nonsense golfer group.
Okay, fine. So
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
Okay, sure. I love it.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, because I want to
You want to
advance.
improve,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
You want to be that 6 a.m. tea time.
Yes. Okay. I'm a yay as well because I'm super competitive. So I want to know from one of the best, one of the greats. So
I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. But okay.
Oh,
fine.
Shontay.
Right, that part.
Yeah.
Okay. At the tee against Serena Williams.
What tea?
T-E-E.
Like golf?
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Maybe not her daughter. Have you seen her swim?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
That little girl already.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of jealous because she has a Serena as a mom. See, so that's why I have to step up my game as a mom.
So just real
Pressure.
quick, sidebar.
Yeah.
So I saw a video on social, and it was a very athletic mom who was an Olympic diver. She did like 10 flips off of the still diving board, right? 0 splash when she went in. So then they do a clip of her son, and the son is just deadpanning in the water. Deadpanning in the water. He's falling every time he has to like go up like a little like slope in the jungle gym, and he's falling over his feet. And she's like, my low key biggest fear. And that is being an athletic mom,
Mhm.
but your skills not transferring to your kids. Like it literally skips a generation.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't have to do golf.
There you go.
That's okay.
So you want her to be in sports.
Yes.
I think it's important to be in sports, even if you don't become a professional.
Mhm.
There's something about just if it's a team sport, an individual sport, even if it's speed walking, just being out of the house.
Speed walking is jogging, but it is. Go, Kim.
Okay.
It is. Y'all
All
seen
right.
them?
Um, bonnet on an airplane.
Nay, nah, no.
Nah. However,
Oh my God.
if I'm in my seat on a long flight, I'm putting something around my edges or something to make me feel a little bit more comfortable. So no bonnet walking through. But if I'm going from New York to Cali or Cali to New York, I'm going to put on something, like a little tie or something.
I respect. I actually wear a beanie every time.
Yeah.
If I had a beanie with some silk in it, would that count as a bonnet?
No.
No,
Oh,
it would
no.
not.
Beanie.
No. But I put something on my head.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Nah to the bonnet.
Mm-hmm.
Walking through the airport. Yes. Long flight. Something to protect.
Yeah.
Sure. But even then, not a bonnet. It's something else.
Yes.
It's going to be cute. Okay. Spirit Airlines.
nah.
Y'all hating on Spirit. Spirit will tell you they got 0 crashes. Spirit got the big seats. But you know I'm playing because I'm not on it. So
Yeah, right.
I am a nah as well. I applaud their safety record, but I'm
Yeah.
still a nah.
okay.
Okay. You kind of answered this one already. Children following in your footsteps as an
Yay.
athlete.
Yay.
Yes.
Without pressure, though.
See, I'm with pressure.
Like, I already said, like, somebody's like, oh, she's going to break your long drive record. And I was like, no. I was like, it's okay. You don't have to. Don't even try.
They're a different sport.
Different sport's
Different sport.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go do your own thing.
Exactly. That's yes. I'm
What?
yes all the way. Different sport.
Okay.
Okay. Holes in his underwear.
You got to think about that.
Because, well, his underwear, nah. But I'm not going to lie. My best friend came over during pregnancy and she was like, girl, these are your college underwear. You got to let these go. They're so comfy. Troy.
Did you just graduate in like a full?
No,
like,
it's been a minute.
so-
But they're so comfy. Like those are,
college draws.
Yes. They were the Victoria's Secret pink cotton ones. They don't even make those anymore. She said, let those go.
Let him go.
But they're so, I'm telling you.
I'm stuck.
You said
I had pushed my
shameless.
paper away from.
I thought
from
this was
me.
a judgment free zone.
We didn't say it was judgment free. We just said it was shameless.
Okay. We just have one last question. And this is a fun one. Okay. We're going to move away from the underwear to Top Golf.
Or not to Top Golf.
Mm-hmm. Like the place.
She too good for it.
Nah.
She too good for it. Sure. Is that fun?
It's fine. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
Yeah.
do you flex
No.
if you go?
No.
Because, I mean, you are Troy.
No.
No? Okay.
So you just fake like
So
you're not
yeah,
good?
you're just there for fun.
Oh nah. That's a nah.
See, that's a
Why?
nah for me. I'd be like,
Because-
watch.
Let me
no,
go
I'm
roller
there to
skating.
observe. I don't even hit when I go. I just go to observe.
Really?
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
I go to a skating ring. I'm skating backwards, sideways on my hands. Little Leslie's face. Troy, what's next for you?
Still figuring that out. But no, I've loved being a mom. The last few things that I've done is I built a garden for Dylan. So in our yard, we planted literal vegetable gardens. And yeah, I decided though on the way here, I was like, it's never too late to keep going. And I think Dylan will forgive me for, continuing my passion and
Don't feel. I can't tell you how to
No.
feel,
yeah.
but that it's interesting that you feel guilt
Yeah.
about.
And it was really nice, to be included in being a pregnant athlete and like what I felt around that and showing my body and showing my body, but showing my pregnant body, and you guys and Black Girl Sunscreen really accepting me as a pregnant woman. I had so much anxiety around that, and it was just really nice and empowering to see the billboard and to have a picture with Dylan out of my body.
Oh,
with
I
her
loved
in
that.
it,
Your
and
post.
it was just like,
yes, after she came.
I think
Mhm.
she's
it was beautiful.
really going to enjoy that, and I'm very grateful.
So
Yeah.
I will tell you that I sourced you.
Yes.
I'll take that credit.
She selected you.
I sourced you.
Yeah.
And when it came back to us, like, Troy is pregnant. We were just like, okay,
Let's go.
everything twice. Just so you know.
I appreciate that because there's
Yeah.
been a lot of changes just in my own just golf circle about the pregnancy, and it's not always accepted. So it's nice when there are spaces that welcome you wholly.
I think you can probably change that with your power in your mind. I will leave you with that, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. And you're listening to Shamelessly Shontay.